Say hi.
Hi.
So I wanted to start off this video with a disclaimer because I don't want to offend anyone in making this video. I don't want people to misunderstand me or get the wrong idea from what I say in this video. So for the disclaimer, I am not in any way in this video encouraging teens to have unprotected sex, nor am I encouraging teens to have any type of sex. Also, I'm not encouraging people who don't live the same type of lifestyle that I do. I'm not encouraging people to use this as their own method, or I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything, honestly. I'm just explaining why I do things the way that I do, and I just want this to be educational for you guys, and it's not meant to push you one direction or another. It's just explaining my personal choice and what I do. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because I've been getting a lot of well, not a lot, but a few questions about what type of birth control I was on when I got pregnant with this baby that I'm pregnant with right now. And my simple answer to that was I was not on birth control, and I wasn't using any birth control method like condoms or anything like that. So that in the first place seemed to shock some people, and they were kind of just like, well, were you trying? No, I wasn't trying. But I was not preventing, and so I guess this video can just kind of explain to you guys why I was not preventing and why I personally made that choice. And like I said, this is not telling you guys this is what you should do, because it's not for everybody. This is just what I did. The most common form of birth control for women to take, of course, is the regular birth control pills. There's also shots, there's also implanted things. I understand all of that, but it's all hormonal. In the end, it's hormones that are affecting your system to help you not get pregnant. How birth controls work is that they prevent pregnancy through lots of different ways. Basically, they make you not ovulate, so no egg comes out. And the sperm, when it comes into your system, has nothing to fertilize because the pills or the hormonal birth control prevented ovulation. So there's two different kinds of really popular synthetic hormones, and sometimes you have one or the other, and sometimes they're put together in a pill. So there's synthetic estrogen. Synthetic estrogen stops the pituitary gland, which is a gland that creates hormones, from producing FSH and LH hormone. This will prevent ovulation. There's also synthetic progestin. This also stops the pituitary gland, the gland that makes hormones, from producing the LH, or the luteinizing hormone. This also makes your uterine lining an inhabitable environment for fertilization of an egg, so it makes it a hostile environment that an egg cannot get fertilized in. So, we heard that it stops the creation of your womanly hormones, and it makes your uterine lining a hostile environment. That's not normal, okay? In my opinion, that's just not normal. I think our bodies are made to work just the way they are. Taking birth control has been proven that it's harder for your cycles to return to normal once you stop taking birth control. It can make it harder to get pregnant. It can cause things like ovarian cysts, which can be very serious. There's 100 million side effects listed on your birth control when you bring it home. Those aren't just listed in there because they never happen to anybody. Those are put in there because they happen in a lot of cases. There's blood clots, there's strokes, there's heart attacks. Those are serious things that you're putting yourself at risk for just to not get pregnant. So that's how I feel about hormonal birth control. I will never, ever, ever use it, honestly. It's just not my personal opinion. Like I said, if you're using it and it's working for you, then that is absolutely great, and I'm happy that it's working for you. But personally, that's why I will never use it. I find it very unnatural. Then there is the barrier method, which is condoms and basically condoms. So, no, our family personally, we do not use condoms. We just don't. It's not that I'm against condoms or I think there's something bad about them. I don't think there's negative side effects necessarily to condoms, but we just choose not to use them. And that's because we want a big family, we want kids, and when we end up getting pregnant is when we end up getting pregnant, and if we don't end up getting pregnant, then we don't. So we are not trying to prevent anything, so we do not use condoms. Then you get to the calendar method. I can't use the calendar method because, like I said earlier, my schedule is so irregular, my cycle is so irregular, that it could range from 20 days between my periods to almost 4 months between periods, and none of that is abnormal for me. I would not be alarmed if I had gone 3-4 months without a period in the past, because that happens. often to me. So the calendar method necessarily doesn't work for me. But you can also listen to signs and symptoms of your body, which if you want to know more about that, then watch videos about trying to conceive, and you'll learn how to monitor your temperature, your cervical mucus. You'll learn how to monitor different signs of your body that are showing that you're about to ovulate, and that can be used as a method to conceive and as a method not to conceive. So I also don't really do that just because I'm too busy to stay that in tune with my body right now. And like I said, I was never trying to conceive or trying not to conceive. A lot of you might be thinking, wow, she's really irresponsible. She just said she doesn't use any birth control and she doesn't use condoms and she doesn't know when her cycle's supposed to be. She's really irresponsible. And for some people that may be irresponsible, but for me, I am a mom already. I want to be a mom more times. I want more kids. I take care of my child and take care of myself when I'm pregnant. We have the financial means to take care of children and a safe place to live. We're not living on welfare. We're not doing any of that stuff. We work hard for what we have. So to me, it's not irresponsible. To me, I'm trusting my body and I'm trusting just the plan for my life that everything is going to work out okay. And a lot of you guys are probably thinking right now that I'm Catholic, and I am not Catholic. I know these views are probably similar with Catholicism, but I am not actually Catholic, and the church that I attend does not teach anything against birth control. Or this isn't necessarily like part of my religious doctrine, although it kind of can be a religious decision, because if you trust what God has planned for your life, then you're not going to be worrying about getting pregnant on accident, because it shouldn't be an accident if you're with who you're married with. If you want to being irresponsible, there's still a chance of getting pregnant when you are on birth control. So I think for people who want to call me irresponsible for not using birth control when I'm in a committed relationship and financially stable and stable in all sorts of other ways, I think it's irresponsible to be having sex with somebody that you're not married to and relying on birth control to not give you consequences from that sex. So like I said, this video is not encouraging teens not to use birth control. It's not encouraging anybody not to use birth control. It's just explaining why I don't. This method works for me because I'm married and I'm open to God's plan for my life and I want children and everything is just working out perfectly. After my daughter was born, we started being intimate. Sorry if this is too much information. But after she was born, we were intimate about 3 weeks after she was born, which is probably a lot sooner than most people, or a lot sooner than some people, but about 3 weeks, and then from that time on, we never did use birth control, so I could have had the chance, I had the potential of getting pregnant then, and I knew that, and I was fine with that. I did not end up getting pregnant until about 11 months after she was born, but I knew what my chances and risks were, so just for the people who are saying that I'm irresponsible for the decisions I'm making, a lot of people might think you're irresponsible for having sex with someone you don't want to have a baby with and relying on a pill or a plastic barrier to not have consequences from your sex. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or feedback, go ahead and let me know down below. I'd appreciate no disrespectful or hateful comments because everybody's entitled to their opinion, but just state it respectfully. Other than that, I will see you guys soon for another update. Bye!